Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and Part 5. Oh. Yeah, okay, thanks Kugath of my Kugath campaign, where last time we started to push deep into the squishy innards of Kislev so that we can wipe them out, or at least take out Kislev, because that should put a little bit of a cropper to their plans. Hey, with any luck anyway. You know, I've been looking at these growth buildings. I would say the growth building. I've been looking at the cycle nature of Nurgle, and like so, it takes 4 turns to transition from one building to another, except this one, which takes 5. Now, that means you can only you can only transition to the last thingy-majig, last node on this, if it's a level 5 capital, in which case you get a Great Unclean one. Now, Nurgle does have a lot of growth, which means he's probably going to hit level 5 sooner than most factions. With that said, if you're unlucky, you could potentially hit level 5, because I don't think it resets when you get upgraded. I think you could hit level 5 and not actually get a recruitable Great Unclean one for around 20 turns. Which seems kind of insane, if that's correct. Because you could be very unlucky, and you could be on this node when that's finished. In which case, you have to wait for all of the to cycle all the way around until you finally get a Great Unclean one to recruit. Now, normal factions, as soon as they get the building, they can whap out as many Greater Demons as they have the money for. But Nurgle has this weird sort of like, and I you know, thematically I like it. It's they've put a lot of thought into it, which is great. But realistically, it's just worse. It's just worse. It just seems worse unless I'm missing something. And I mean, there are technologies to reduce that, but still. Fucking still. I mean, it's just a bit weird, isn't it? I'm like, is there... Reduces the... So, cycle time for demonic sack. Exact, which is not that one. That's the Lesser Garden of Blight. Is there one for that one? Okay, so there's one. So that reduces cycle time by 1. So that would, I mean, that's like 5 turns reduced from the entire cycle. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, I know you can recruit them anywhere, which is nice. But then, you know, there is such a thing as global recruitment. It just feels like they had the idea, right? They had the idea that, right, what you need to do is you build the building and it cycles round and gives you units around it. That's like, okay, fine. The problem is, I think maybe what they should have done is locked units behind either technology or potentially the level, the tier of the settlement. So if it was like a tier 5, you could get Great Unclean ones, and then have like units dotted around the cycle. So you'd have like a Great Unclean one here, a Great Unclean one here, which means that as it cycles round, you would pick up more than just the one. Because this is going to take a fucking long time to give you a single Great Unclean one. And then you're going to have to wait another X number of turns, around 20 turns, before you can get another one. Now, obviously, if you've got multiple tier 5 settlements, then, you know, you're gravy. But considering that any other faction can just have one settlement hit level 5 and then build the building and then be able to recruit that unit. Yeah. So that's where I am emotionally. Anyway, Children of Nurgle. I mean, it's, you know, number of uses +1 for bound spells for ground clean ones. We don't have any, but the chance of plague spreading is nice. Plus, increasing number of bound spells for ground clean ones is actually insane, because our spells are really fucking good. And we're not building that because I'm saving up for the sunken sewers. So I just need a little bit of extra growth, and then I might actually build up. Oh, lucky me, null plate. Whatever will I do? Green moon, chance of plague spreading. Oh. Now, I was thinking about this actually, so what we could do. All units suffer attrition, yes. Attrition while under siege. Wait, is there another one? So we want that one. Attrition while under siege, yes, perfect. And let's go. Ooh, less defensive supplies. This is a real anti defenses plague. So Valmir cool. Okay, you come down here. Assuming you survive to get down to there, we're going to whap you on Kislev, and then we're going to lay siege to it. And they're just going to take shit tons of damage. So even if there are people inside defending it, good fucking luck, boys. You're going to need it. Holy shit. So we've got 3 more turns. That's 7 more turns until we can get additional growth, which is fine, I guess. I really want to upgrade a building, but I need to focus. I need to focus. Hello, Throt. Oh, feel my Hessian sacks. A non-aggression pact. I'll take that because 1, you want to give me money, which I like, and also the fact that we might be able to get some little ratty friends. Ooh. Didn't that rage with legions? You know what? Yes. Let's be friends with the. Oh, well. Easy come, easy go, I guess. Looks like we're going to have to kill Castalton as well, aren't we? Not that fucking guy. That fucking guy's the worst. Alright. Okay, let's see if we can get a little siege? No, ambush. Okay, Valmir, cool. You come down here. We'll see if we can get you in here. You just got a shit ton of cost-fight dervishes, which I'm not concerned about. Right, there's Kislev. Does Kislev have a garrison? Yes, not very big. If we whap Valmir cool on there, we should be able to mop that up nicely, I think. Do we want to upgrade you? Yes, let's do that. The garrison there's not great, but it's fine. And also we're spreading lovely Nurgle corruption everywhere. Very quickly, actually. And it's spreading all over the place. Ugh, it's all gooey. Delicious gooey goodness. Do we have... Right, you've still got your plague, so you can still spread it. So we'll leave that there for a minute. You have that plague, which is fine. So we'll leave that for a minute. And we're not doing you because, again, I'm saving all the growth. I'm going to have to put up with it for a few more turns. Did we go? Oh, you just ran past me. Or is that someone else? Is it worth trying to defend this? I mean, we do have the good towers, don't we? We do have the good towers. Do we want to try, maybe, fending that off? Do we really care? Ah, you know what? I just don't. You know what? I could potentially win it. Potentially, I could, but do I really care about that? So what did it? Was that the army that went past us then? Was that the one we were waiting for? An ambush stance? No, because that one's there. So you've got 2 armies. The Blighted Grove. Where's that? Over there. I mean, we could get more infections. It's not the worst thing to get. There is a law present, but I think just having 5 is just a few. Just a few. Okay, do I have to worry? Wow, you're pretty fucked, actually. I guess Auto Resolve does work both ways. It does work both ways. Let's get Fleshy Abundance. And let's kick the shit out of you. You're gonna don't run across. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, you dick. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you fucker. Oh, you Oh, that really fucks me off. Yeah, no fucking doubt. No fucking doubt you'd do that. Right, well, we're just going to trash Kislev then. Have fun being a minor fucking faction without your main fucking city, you pricks. Ooh. Yeah, okay, we'll be friends with you. Wait, have you taken out Krakadrak? Holy shit. You have. Oh, you've got 3 fucking armies. Look at this bullshit. Do we trash Volksgrad? Oh, that's really pissed me off. I fucking hate it when that happens. I'm gonna wait here. I'm gonna wait here. How many turns do we have? 6 turns. Really? I thought we'd have... Oh, it's probably because some of our buildings have devolved and then it's slowed down the growth. That's why. Let's grab something like that. You know what? Let's... Okay, so all units are for attrition. Yes, like that. Let's go with duration. And vigor loss and speed. We do want that one, don't we? So if we infect Kugath, I'm hoping maybe that'll spread to other people. That's the dream. We'll get Miasma of Pestilence, because that's a nice little one there. And we're not going to upgrade you. I am saving. Valmekul, you just have to sit here and keep an eye on Kislev, because basically... oh, we actually did get the ambush. Oh, that's pretty good. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Now, you've already got... You've got the less... Oh, we need to put it on you, don't we? Is it you? You've got... Yeah, that's your Gregory House. Why doesn't it give you the name? That's annoying. Right, if we put that on you, then you can just fly down into the thick of the fight, debuff everyone, do all that kind of good shit. Excellent. Right, Zarina Katerin, time for round 2. Oh, sweeping in from all sides. There's the Festering Stooges. Are they... Oh, they do have like maybe some extra bits on them. Or are they just highlighted? Oh no. Anyway, there's those boys. They're currently chucking little death heads at Katerin, which is causing us some major issues, which is good for us, bad for her. The Plague Toads have slammed into the Armoured Kossars and are currently making a real mess of that unit. Little cuddle squad there, getting their hugs on. Obviously we're trying to trap the Kossovite archers so they can't get away. Using the rot flies to do just that. I like the banner bearers. That's a nice little... Oh, he died. Well, you know... He was nice while he was alive. There's a Zargard here getting pretty fucking wrecked. Getting absolutely destroyed by the Exalted Plague Bearers. And the Festering Stooges. What do they have? It's like this Festering Gate ability. It's enabled if they are in melee, so they get missile resistance and heals while they're in melee. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. So cutting our way through the toughest of the Kislev units and getting us around here as the Zargards are enveloped and clutched close to our sweaty, pussy bosom. The rest of the Kislev army is not doing particularly well. The rearguard particularly just got absolutely smashed, and the poor old Kossars just overwhelmed. They're no match the demonic forces being thrown against them. Getting jumped up and down on. How's Catherine doing? She's currently a little bit surrounded. And Kugath is coming in as well. Dropped a rancid visitation. It's like a Gunge tank from Fun. I want to say Funhouse. Did Funhouse have a Gunge tank? Or was I thinking of... No, it was fucking Noel's house party, wasn't it? That was the Gunge tank. Boop. Oh, Catherine is really struggling against Kugath here. He just has so much health. It's gonna be a tough time to get your way through all of that. And you're also, you know, massively debuffed. Oh, there we go. Mass rout happening as army losses take effect. And I think this army should be dead, because I believe in an ambush, you only keep the units that actually get out of the evacuation zone. Everyone else is dead. And these guys are dead. You know what? I am quite liking the Plague Toads. Yeah. Oh, I would like that, but I think I need the replenishment. I'm going to ignore everything else Kislev has. Something in the water, a little bit of extra Nurgle corruption there, so they might be dicking about around here, but what we're going to do is we're just going to head straight for Kislev, because that's their main city. That's where they're getting all the recruitment for their good units, which means if we take that out, then suddenly they're gonna have a tough time. What is... bubonic buzzers. Rot eaters is for the plague toads, which I do quite like now. I don't know if that's worth it though. Speed mode, attack, missile resistance. That's all very useful for plague bearer, so that would be quite nice. Extra speed mode, defense, physical. Again, that would be quite nice. It's only one skill point as well. I mean, eventually we do want great unclean ones. And does Grimhammer nerf the army bonuses? Because these seem barely worth it. +4 melee attack site. Well, okay. Okay. I need to do your quest battle at some point, don't I? Let's... Oh, I would like this. Pestilent Decay, but I don't think it's probably the most useful thing you can get. Do I want Pox? I do like... We're going to have great unclean ones, so let's just grab that. We don't have them yet, but we will do. We will do one day. Magical reserves, because obviously keeping our Winds of Magic in tip-top condition is always useful. Right, Valmekul will hit Kislev next turn. We'll go and lay siege to it. They should then start taking fairly catastrophic attrition damage. That's the dream, anyway. Let's give you that one chance of plague spreading. We don't need the public order, do we? And plague duration, something like that, or maybe something like this. Actually, let's get rid of the duration and go for the violent spasms, because that's more chance. So put that on him, and hopefully that will then spread. Don't care about that. Unassigned skill points. J.D. Dorian. Let's give you Blight Boil. And damage buildings, which I'm not going to bother repairing. I'm not going to bother... Look, if we can hold this territory, then we'll take it later. For the moment, though, I'm not super worried about it. A non-aggression pact, and they're going to give me some money. Fine, I'll take that. You're attacking that settlement. Don't give a shit. Enjoy. Tell you what, you have that one. I'll have Kislev. How's that for a trade? Oh, you son of a bitch. What? No. Spent too long. But I mean, that's all I want you to do. I just want you to sit there for a bit. Alright, can we reach the settlement? We can. Okay, Valmir. Hello. Hello, Castalton. Alright, well I am not super worried about you yet. I think I'm going to have to kill you next, just in case. But let's start off. If we lay siege to this, is Castalton in range of us? He might actually attack. No, I don't think he is. Right, we continue the siege. You guys should take significant damage. Do you want some siege towers? Tell you what, let's build some siege towers. I'll give you 1 turn of attrition, and then I'm going to come and knock in. I don't really care. I mean, like, I've lost that, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We'll upgrade the temple just in case we do have someone turning up. And of course, a few people have asked, and yes, of course, we will be returning Andrew Wakefield. So good, we've apparently got 2 of him. Why? I don't know. He is going to cost a cool 61k to recruit, so might be a little while before we get round to it. But yeah, we will be getting him. Do you not fret. If you don't know who Andrew Wakefield was, or is, I should say, because he is still alive, the massive prick. He's the guy in the UK who started off the anti-vax thing. And it's complete bullshit, because he initially... What the fuck's going on here? Got some friends? Holy shit, we got some friends. I'm half tempted to fight that, but it's such a little thing. I'm just going to leave it. Let's do that. Because what he was against was the mixed MMR jab, because he wanted to sell his own individual one. That's the entire fucking reason. He's a massive bellend. He only wanted money. H-Bomber Guy does a fantastic documentary all about this absolute twat and his utter and complete bullshit. How long before I can get that? 2 turns. Oh, we're close. We're close. And then I can maybe get, like, I could build one of these. I could build more growth buildings. All that kind of good stuff. Just, like, pummeling in the growth. Is it not spread? Oh, it has spread. Oh, good. Good, lovely spready plague. Right. You know what? You did not take as much damage as I thought you would. I thought, considering that plague increases... Oh, I can't even see how much it does, but it's like 33 and then 45%. I suppose for 1 turn it is quite a chunk. Do we give it 1 more turn, or do we... I mean, we got 3 siege towers. And it is Kislev. Fuck it. Let's fight him.
For this occasion, victory is assured.
Now, I do think the Nurgle siege towers are some of the best in the game. Not just because they've got the bottom sphincter there. That is a big reason. The other part of it is it's got bells for wheels. I just like the idea that they would, you know, there's a big meeting going on, they're spitballing ideas. What are our siege towers going to look like? Come on, guys, let's get some brainstorming going on here. I've got a whiteboard here. It is covered in pus, but well, it's more like a green board, but it's there. And let's just... There's no wrong answers here. No wrong answers. Let's just spitball, get some ideas on the board, get a little a thought cloud going on. Yeah? 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 Word cloud, one of them? Yeah? Okay, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Wheels! Get the fuck out of here! You said there were no wrong answers! That's the wrong answer! We're using fucking bells! Because that's thematic, that's more... Wheels? What are you? At most, it would be like... Scabs. Probably scabs. Or... There's bells... Scabs or bells? That was the 2 options, and they went with bells. I think it was the right one, to be honest. Very thematic. You wouldn't think about using bells or wheels, would you, really? But, you know, that's ingenuity, isn't it? That's ingenuity. So there we go. So they now have the fucking bells for wheels. Also, the clap... Is that what's called a clapper there? I don't think then... I guess it's... Like, how would you attach the bell as there's a lot of questions there. I mean, the primary one should be snails, really? But, yeah, sure. Okay, well, already the plague flies have been up and knocked everyone off the wall. They are very effective at that, and it does kill a lot of people. If you see plague flies coming towards units on the wall, get them off the fucking wall. And our siege towers are now approaching, and I just really like the Nurgle siege tower. They look great. Genuinely look fucking amazing. Blech. Blech. There we go. Out they come. Good times. Now, I have access... I forgot 2 units of Plague Bearers. They're currently over here getting blatted by towers. But on the plus side, it does mean that several of those units are still busy over there just like facing off against them for some reason. So that's good. It does mean there's less units to deal with over here. So we have a little blob of enemy units here. Sort of milling about, trying to get some shots off on us. Of course, they've got that bug where now units can shoot through each other, which is weird. Apparently, they're going to hotfix that. Plague boil! Blech. And that's pretty much everyone there dead. Well, that stopped that issue, and of course, the rock flies going to come down and attack the Kosovo dervishes as they try and attack the plague bearers coming off the wall. I mean, it's still not a great idea. Those plague bearers are going to destroy those dervishes, no problem. And then the rock flies coming in from behind are going to just seal the deal. Do have some Tsar guards facing off against the plague bearers on the wall over here. Again, not going well for them. They are struggling. And they are now manoeuvring some units away from this side of the settlement. We actually, I mean, we're taking a little bit of damage, but not really that much. It seems like most of they haven't garrisoned the towers. They've just garrisoned the wall. And I should have attacked this side. There's way more wall. I've actually had to abandon one of my siege towers because there wasn't room to put it up against the wall. We ran out of space. So, that's the thing, never mind. So, what's this? Eugene Peluznov. Some armoured Kossars. They're currently terrified. I don't blame them. It's just fleeing over the bodies of their dead friends. Not surprised. There's the enemy general, a Boyar. It is a shame that there aren't, like, unique cities. There really should be. It's a minor thing, realistically, in the grand scheme of things. But still, it would just be nice if there was some, like... And I mean, you don't necessarily have to not use a particular... Like, you could use this. I'd just like to see it a little bit more built up. I'd like to see the Palace of Ice, that kind of thing. You know, because this is Kislev, so it should have, like, the Ice Palace and shit. All that kind of shenanigans. Never mind. Right, we've got some more Kossars with spears have thrown themselves into combat against the incoming horde. That's not really a very good idea. They are moving more and more units. They're sort of like abandoning the walls, I assume, because they've realised that they're running out of units on this side of the city, so they're pulling them off the other. I do think some of the most fun sieges I've played in Warhammer are the bigger ones, where it feels like you're fighting street by street. And this is kind of like that, but I think it's mostly because I deployed most of my units. Normally they just try and defend the wall, and once you're through the wall, that's basically the end of the siege, which I think is why they kind of went with... that idea in the previous Warhammer games, where they just literally had like a wall and then some bits behind it, and then when you were through that, you were basically, you know, basically there. I do like this. I wish the AI was like a little bit more defensive though. Like, once you've taken the wall, they kind of fall back. They have secondary positions to defend that. That would make the sieges definitely a little bit harder. They just seem to, like, throw their units in, just like, churn them into the meat grinder, and you chew them up and spit them out, and then win the battle. Which is fine, but, you know, I'd like a little bit extra. So some of the, I think some of those, like, some of the most interesting sieges I've actually fought where I am the aggressor tend to be the Skaven, where I'm like pushing forward my blocks of units street by street, clearing them out. Particularly against Elizabeth for some reason, I don't know why, but it just reminds me of several battles against Elizabeth where I have had that thing. I have to push my units in, bring the weapon teams in, they clear some areas out, and we push forward a little bit more, and there's more units coming in, that kind of thing. I guess the problem is with Total War battles, because they are that set, you know, 20 unit v 20 units most of the time, it does make it a little bit awkward in that if one side is outnumbered, then they're probably going to lose. There's not much they can really do about it. Unless they're like massively outclassed. But if you've got 20 units v 20 units, yeah, if one army's got 10 and the other's got 20, the one with 10 is probably going to lose. There's not much they can really do about that. Okay, we are taking down the arrow tower there just because the rock flies don't really have anything else to do as we move and start mopping up the last few survivors. Nothing really to worry about here. I really feel like the enemy should have fled already, but I guess they're sticking around for a little bit longer. Give the cuddle squad someone to cuddle, I guess. Needless to say, Kislev is ours, and that means that Kislev, that's the faction, shouldn't have anything left. They shouldn't have any major settlements left, which means they won't really have much in the way of units to throw at us apart from bog standard Kossars, and they should be a lot easier to mop up. Okay, do we want now? Sacking? It's not that much. I'm just going to occupy it. Just occupy it. Do I really want to hold on to this? Do I want to? I don't really know. I guess let's... It feels like it's going to be tough to hang on to. It's surrounded by enemies, and it's going to take ages to grow. So, I don't know. Maybe? Maybe.
Supplement my boxes.
Let's get some fleshy abundance. And yes, more Arcane Conduit, because obviously that's going to give us that Winds of Magic that we so desperately need. Now, I probably won't keep that, to be honest. Probably get rid of it. Now, I'm hoping that Kislev are going to get fucking wrecked now that they have lost their capital. Obviously, we've seen Kislev meandering around as well. It kind of depends. I mean, I guess the thing is, so that's 35% additional attrition when under siege. I mean, I guess 35% is not that much, really. I guess. So if we can just mop up Kislev now, and I think we should be able to. Just mop them up. Finish them off. Less control. Chance of plague spreading is not the worst thing. More Nurgle corruption in adjacent provinces. Yes, because you know what? That's going to be really irritating for everyone. Hello? You attacking that? Why aren't the rats helping me out? Oh, maybe they're not at war with Kislev. That's probably it. They're not at war with Kislev. That's probably the reason. Makes sense. So spot. Where is Kislev? Oh, he's right. I mean, you say spotted the ambush. What you meant was he's literally standing directly outside. That's kind of what you meant there, wasn't it? Pyrrhic victory. Okay, we can't auto-resolve that. It's just a lot of war sleds, to be honest. It just seems like a lot of work. But I guess we're just going to have to put the work in here, aren't we? I guess. He gives everyone frenzy, doesn't he? I mean, most of his... I mean, like, almost half of his army is war sleds. Which are fine, but I think they use them as missile cavalry, so I don't think that's really going to help them out very much. Oh, well, Kostaltin's turned up. I mean, he was kind of next on the chopping block. I feel like Kislev... I think we've put the nail in the coffin for them. We still need to do a little bit more, but for the most part, I think they should be pretty fucked. So, we just need to concentrate on doing as much damage as possible to survivors. Hopefully the other factions will wipe them out for us, but I'm not going to... I'm not going to count on that. The Streltsy chucking out a lot of damage. The Beasts of Nurgle getting taken apart there. The Plague Toads coming in and throwing themselves at the Armoured Cossars. These light war sleds are actually pretty dangerous. Actually, I hadn't realised quite how dangerous they were. And yeah, they will do a lot of damage to our Plague Toads. The Plague Toads should do some damage in return. But yeah, they just have a lot of weapon strength. And they will dish it out. Already, the Beasts of Nurgle are sad and are starting to crumble, which is really annoying. Because I'm fairly sure a unit would not have run away. Well, maybe they would have. They have taken quite a lot of damage. They probably would have broken, maybe. However, everywhere that the Plague Bearers are dueling with the Cossars, we're going to be winning. These guys will be losing. It says losing slightly, but they're definitely losing pretty hard. Especially these guys, because the Rotflies are coming from behind, slammed into them, breaking. There we go, the line's broken in the centre there. On the flanks, they're still holding together for the moment. And Kostaltin is taking on Gregory House and... Oh, I need to give Putrid Scum a new name. I'll forget. But I will do that probably for next episode. Who knows? Anyway, Kostaltin is currently dueling with these two guys. Looks like he is getting a beating. He's dishing it out quite nicely. But I think we have the upper hand here. So the flanks look fairly good. The left flank looks pretty good. On the right flank, the Plague Toads... Yeah, the right flank's not doing quite as well. Plague Toads there starting to crumble as well. They're a little bit sad. Taking out the war sleds, just dishing out a lot of damage in melee combat. I don't really feel like... Heavy war sleds, okay. But light ones, probably a little bit too effective in my mind. Like, they can shoot... They got rid of the magical ice effects. I know some people didn't like it, but I don't think they're going to be sledding around the grass very well, you know? The Beasts of Nurgle seem to be holding on despite their terrible leadership penalty. Hang on. Why the fuck have you got minus 41? What is doing that? Damage sustained is the majority. I mean, the thing is, a unit that is sad because it's sustained damage is then just doing more damage to itself. It's effectively a destructive cycle. Because it's damaged, it's sad, and because it's sad, it's getting more damaged, and then which makes it sadder, which then does more damage. Like, really? Okay, well, sure. I mean, they, you know, to be fair, they did take a lot of damage. Even the garrison units that were basically dead seem to be getting stuck in there, tying up enemy units for me. The Streltsy, yeah, being taken down. Oh, there's a little banner boy. Look at this little banner he's got. I really like the banners. I think they're really good. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just like, they're cool. I would like to see more of that. They look neat. I just think they're neat. Okay, those light war sleds are just an absolute fucking nightmare. Absolute fucking nightmare. Mr. Saltin seems to be... he's got away somehow. I don't know how, but I think maybe he just wandered off. Have you noticed this? How, like, your characters... Well, if an enemy character just wanders off, they'll just be like, oh, well, I guess he's gone now. He's out of arm reach. I can't get him now. What do you want me to do? Walk after him? Get fucked. So unless you're keeping an absolute eye on them, they just will bugger off. It's like Gestalten has here. He's just like legged it. It's kind of annoying. Elsewhere, looks like we've managed to mop up the rest of the enemy army. Looks... Oh, we're going to lose some Plague Toads. No. Did we save the... Okay, well, the Beasts of Nurgle are sad, but that seems to be okay. I think we just need to mop up. Oh, God, these like water chariots are fucking nightmare. No! Your gold chevron! Don't crumble, you bastards! There's still fucking 10 of you? Oh, fuck me. It's so annoying. I hate crumbling units. It's just worse. It's just a worse thing. Alright, well it looks like the enemy army is starting to break, although my units may crumble before they do so, which is annoying, because we would have won this battle already if it wasn't for the fucking Kislev 30-second thing. Oh, units crumbling fucking sucks. Genuinely, it's just so... I'd so much prefer you to run away. Poisoner? Suffered from nerve... Wait, what? Plus 5 casualties suffered from... Oh, Lord's army, enemy army. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. That's not that. No, that's fine. Ah, we've got Barons of the Bog. Okay, well, at least we can replace our fucking lost boys. Some of them, anyway. Okay, let's get Filth Incarnates.
This will infect so many.
Arcane Conduit, of course. It's an obvious one, really. Do I maybe want to heal? More damage? You know what? I like the damage aura. I just like my damage aura. Oh, we've actually got some plague drones. I might get some of those. I lost some beast. Okay, I can replace the beasts. Alright, you want to fight? You big... Is it going to kill units? Oh, you bastard. Oh, I don't want to have to fight you again, Gestalten! I've already done it once. I don't want to have to do it again. Oh, fine. I really would have preferred to auto-resolve this, but I don't want to lose half my fucking army. So, gonna have to do this the hard way. Obviously, Gestalten is almost dead. Now, does he have regeneration? I feel like he probably does, but he can't get more regeneration than his max health to start with, I think. Or maybe he doesn't get regeneration until later. Regeneration later? Oh, who knows. They still have a fair few of these light war sleds, which are kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. I'm going to send the Plague Toads, including the Barons of the Bog. There they are, just a slightly different green than the normal Plague Toads. Which is fine, I guess. What effect do they have? So they've got the Miasma of Rot and the Wasting Sickness. Which seems fine. So we're charging there, take them out. Meanwhile, the rest of our forces charging up. We need to take out Gestalten. We've already dropped a Rancid Visitation on his little noggin, which should help kill him. Plague Toads throwing themselves against the war sleds, but they won't do particularly well here. The war sleds will prove to be quite the hard nut to crack. Still, the Plague Toads at least keeping them busy for the moment. The Death Heads raining down on the enemy units here and taking... Oh, that's quite a lot of damage. And then they do a little bit of dot damage afterwards as well, which is very nice. Wow, really taking out those armoured Kossars. Those Death Heads, pretty good. Not much ammunition, but... I mean, wrecking that unit, just doing so much damage. To be honest, do we need to charge? I guess if the enemy has missile superiority, we probably want to engage them ASAP. But otherwise, no, the Death Heads do their things because they actually shred enemy units. Talking of shredding enemy units, they are also anti-large. So how much damage will they do to a war sled? Because the Plague Toads are kind of struggling against them. I'm thinking maybe if we just chuck Death Heads at the chariots, maybe they'll just die of that, maybe. Are they being... They're not being pulled by bears. Why are they being pulled by bears? They're being pulled by fucking horses. Are they like chariots always pulled by horses? They've got bone crusher. I guess that's a chariot thing. Does that change from Grimhammer? In which case, I'm not in favour of it. Alright, well, Castaltin seems to be dead. Yep, Castaltin is dead. Excellent. And of course, this army has already retreated once. So, if we kill this army, or at least rout it from the battlefield, then they're going to be fucked. They're going to be fucked. Those Death Heads did a lot of damage to those chariots. So I think in future, Death Heads for dealing with big units. That's my hot take. Right, take that, Castalton, you beardy twats. Let's take the favour. Did we get a trait for killing him? Really? No trait? Really? You sure? Sure? No trait? Really? Victory over ogres, victory over Kislev, faith break. There we go. Enables flaming attacks and leadership in only territory. Okay. Is that actually useful for you? Genuinely not sure. Let's... We got 2 obsidians, so let's fuse those. What we got? Turns it... Oh, that's not bad. The null plate is absolute fucking garbage. Perfect vigor is okay. Another giant blade. Well, I mean... Could be worse. Could be worse. It's fine, I guess. So this is okay. Alright, let's head back in here to heal up a little bit. Now, with Kislev mostly fucked, one would hope. You guys aren't at war with Kislev, are you? We're at war with those guys. I don't really want an agreement that badly. So I guess I'll hold off. We are but, 1 turn away from being able to upgrade our thingy-majig. Hello. Get the fuck out of my house, you little bitch. Or I will fuck you up. Like, why have you... Why did you get... I mean, that's going to rebel. That's going to rebel. That's probably why this army's coming down here, to try and stop the rebellion. The AI does not like rebellions. It will try and stop that. Never mind. Right, we've got Kislev. That's the main thing. It's going to take a little while to grow. However, problem is it's going to be fairly weak while that's going on. It's a little bit problematic. There's not much I can do about that. Rot Glorious Rot is okay. France, double experience fighting. We are fighting Kislev at the moment. Double experience. I wouldn't mind double experience, and we could get rid of the rot flies and replace them with plague drones, which I think we're going to do. And we could maybe, like, merge them. Get you. Bish bosh bash. Okay. We lost a couple of units. Probably shouldn't have disbanded those. Never mind. Oh, wait, no, I just didn't actually recruit those things. There we go. That's better. Fixed it. Fixed it. And these guys do have... We've got buzz. Less speed, less leadership. Which is good for a flying unit that can attack in the back. Tell you what, Nurgle is actually fairly manoeuvrable. I mean, his front line's quite slow, but... You know, he can be speedy when he wants to. We could do some sacking, but I'm going to be honest, the sacking income around here is absolute garbage. It's only 3k for Prague. What the fuck's up with that? Right, never mind. Well, that'll have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.